When you mix fuel, metal oxide, and metal powder in just the right way, it burns at 2,000 degrees Celsius. Hot enough to cut through nearly any barrier known to man. Throw some C4 into the mix, and you've got one hell of a combination.
The best operators know that obstacles are a guarantee to any deployment, but they also know that the only way to confront these obstacles is to never hesitate, to stand up to them, and, if necessary, make a new door through them. And if that means making a really big fucking hole, then that's just what you gotta do. That's what Thermite knows better than most. Jordan Trace was born in Plano, Texas. Right out of high school, he entered the Marine Corps and served 2 tours in Iraq. During his time overseas, Jordan became an explosive ordnance disposal technician, introducing him to the nature of high explosives and their functionality, a set of skills that would come into play later in his life. After his second tour, Jordan returned to the States and enrolled at Texas A&M, where he achieved a Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry. He would later join the FBI and take all of his skills into his new job as a member of the Hazardous Materials Response Unit. During his 4 years in the unit, he met Detective Afa Aruni Tawanrun from the Royal Thai Police Force. During an investigation in Bangkok to track down some weapon racketeers, they discovered a truck armed with a heavy explosive. While Aruni drove the truck to get it to safety, Jordan stayed on the back of the truck to try and disarm the bomb. Jordan failed when Aruni's truck crashed, and the explosion devastated both of them.
Hey, how's it going back there?
I need a couple more seconds.
Jordan, you need to hurry!
I'm on it. Come on, man. Almost there.
Hold on! We need to get...
While Jordan only suffered mild trauma and third-degree burns on his hands and arms, Aruni lost her left arm and leg. Jordan blamed himself for Tawanrun's fate and decided he needed to reevaluate his life direction. Seeking something new, but also still within law enforcement, he joined FBI SWAT, where he excelled in barricade removal through the use of his unique breaching charge. His skills earned him an invitation to join Rainbow in 2015. However, not long after joining Rainbow, Jordan's mother passed away, and only 2 years after that, his sister died to cancer. Jordan was clearly distraught, but tried to move past the pain through good humor and jokes. But much to the concern of director Harry, who believed that Jordan, or Thermite as he was coming to be known, was not grieving properly and was trying to put up a front. Despite this, Thermite revealed himself to be a very likable and sociable person. He made fast friends with Yumiko Hibana Imagawa, who he helped develop her special gadget. He also earned the respect and friendship of Thatcher and Twitch, both very hard operators to please. In fact, Thatcher and Thermite often are seen working together in training ops, where their unique skill set and gadgets complement each other perfectly. One of Thermite's greatest problems, though, which may stem from his desire to move past his own grief and guilt, is his bullheadedness. While a strong tactician, Thermite sometimes struggles to adjust or rethink plans of action. He's not flexible in his thinking after he's set his mind on something, and that can sometimes cause him to react and behave stubbornly. This has been a point of concern for Harry, who wanted to work with Thermite to help him start thinking more openly. In 2020, Thermite reunited with Aruni, who is now a member of Nighthaven and had been invited into Rainbow by extension. Aruni approached Thermite and informed him that she never blamed him for her injuries and that she still cared about him, while Thermite lamented that he hadn't been there for her when she needed him.
Hello? Anyone home? There you are.
Ah, hey. Been a while.
It's been too long.
So you're, doing okay? Last time I saw you...
Bangkok wasn't your fault, Jordan. Our work is dangerous. I never blamed you, my friend. Not once.
Tough routine out there, huh?
I've got to train hard if I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh, let's not get carried away now.
See you on the field.
However, the reunion between the two was cut short after Nighthaven and Rainbow split. Aruni, who was loyal to Nighthaven first, left Rainbow with Kali and several other members of Rainbow who wanted to defect. Among the defectors was Pulse, an FBI SWAT operator that Thermite had worked with and was also the boyfriend to Hibana. The betrayal felt more than personal to Thermite, who felt like 2 of his close friends, Aruni and Pulse, had stabbed him in the back. But instead of having time to feel resentful, he had to put his focus into supporting Hibana, who took Pulse's betrayal hard, and preparing for whatever Nighthaven might have in store. In 2022, believing Nighthaven had been engaging in criminal activity, Harry reorganized Rambo into 4 squads and put Thermite in charge of Red Hammer, the advanced operations squad, who were deployed to deal with high-risk jobs and sometimes act as backup in the event of a serious situation. Thermite took to the job quickly and effectively, proving himself a capable leader and operator. He was disappointed that his friend Hibana was not put on the squad with him, but according to Harry, she needed to stand on her own 2 feet, and she was put in charge of Viper Strike Squad. In 2023, Thermite led a joint operation with Ghost Eye's squad and Red Hammer to stop an illegal arms deal involving stolen Nighthaven equipment. However, the operation was a trap set up by Deimos, a former Rambo operator who now wanted revenge on the current Rambo teams and intended to kill them all. An explosive detonation in the facility they were working in injured Thermite and many of his teammates, as well as putting Ash, another FBI friend of his, into a coma.
Watch out! Flash, subpar! Watch out! Incoming fire! Ash, you're up! She's up there! Kill her! Yeah, on the left! Vera! Anytime now! Kill them!
Nighthaven really fucked up letting their gear fall into the wrong hands.
That's why we have to extract it.
Let's finish this.
Ash. Run!
Thermite was furious with himself, and it was only made worse when he was informed after the op that Deimos had killed Director Harry in the meantime. His grief led to a very fierce and angry demeanor that made him hard to talk to for a while. When Viper Strike launched a follow-up attack on Deimos, Thermite lost his temper with Hibana when she informed him that Deimos had, once again, slipped through their fingers. He calmed down when Hibana talked some sense into him, and when he met the newest member of Rainbow, Fenrir, who had inside knowledge on Deimos' plans. Right now, Thermite is a mess of emotions and fear. He blames himself far too readily and carries guilt on his shoulders. If Thermite is to maintain his edge as a leader, he has to learn to forgive himself and to blast through his doubt the way he does walls. In terms of his gadget, Thermite is equipped with 2 Brimstone BC3 exothermic charges. These breaching charges are unique from the ordinary ones carried by other operators as side gadgets. Unlike normal breaching charges, exothermic charges can destroy reinforced walls. They have a 3-second detonation time before being activated, so they can warn the enemy team before detonating. But the result is a large hole for easy entry. The exothermic charges do have various drawbacks, however. Like any breaching charge, they cannot detonate if in the range of a mute jammer, and they can be destroyed by electric gadgets like bandit batteries or K-electric claws. That's why it's always a good idea to bring Thermite with a Thatcher to create the dreaded combination of Thermture. With Thatcher's EMP grenades, you could remove the obstacles that prevent deployed Thermite detonation. Bear in mind, though, that Thermite only has 2 charges, so you have to use them wisely. For his loadout, Thermite is equipped with 2 primaries and 2 secondary options. For his first primary, Thermite carries the M1014 shotgun. It's a pretty average semi-automatic shotgun. It has decent tube magazine capacity, good damage drop-off, and a solid rate of fire. The damage output is fine, though not as powerful as the Sausage or FO series. However, the gun has a powerful recoil kick, and it's not a good idea to just ADS without a sightline with this shotgun. The semi-automatic nature of the gun means that it's going to kick like a mule and do it a lot. Frankly, while the shotgun is fine, there are superior options.
He's a little too stoic. seem to have a lot on your plate.
Finally got a kill with it!
Out of the class, everything.
His other primary is the 5.56 XI assault rifle, a granted subpar assault rifle overall, but perhaps more easily appreciated over the shotgun. It has a high damage output per shot and has marginal recoil, but that's where the praise unfortunately ends. Its rate of fire is poor compared to other assault rifles, and this can make all the difference in close range firing. It has a steep damage drop-off and requires the addition of certain attachments to manage the gun's bouncy recoil. The best way I would describe this gun is decent, but in need of improvement. In terms of his secondaries, he carries the M45 MEUSOC handgun, and it's probably Thermite's best sidearm. It has a low magazine capacity, but compensates for this with high damage output per shot, a fast reload speed, and with only moderate recoil. This gun is an excellent fallback tool in tight situations.
Hostile activity. Neutralize the threat.
His second secondary handgun is the M7 USG handgun. It's easily the worst handgun in Thermite's arsenal, too. It has the highest magazine capacity of any handgun in the game, and has a good hit-fire accuracy, but it has subpar damage output per shot, and thanks to its high magazine capacity, it has low reserve ammo. You'll find yourself running dry on this gun if used too frequently. The best way to use Thermite that I've found is to run Thermite along with characters like Thatcher, who can eliminate enemy gadgets that prevent you from using your thermic charges. I would also advise against going alone. As you can see from my playthroughs, Thermite does work better with someone who can help provide powerful fire. After all, his primary guns are average, so it's a good idea to work with someone who can unload death quickly and effectively once you give them a hole to work through. In conclusion, about Thermite, I love him. I think Thermite's a really cool operator. His guns aren't that great, but again, a part of that is because I'm just not great as a player. But in terms of lore, I think he's phenomenal. Thermite is a wonderful operator. I love the idea of this leader who's dealing with a lot of grief and guilt and insecurity. Think about it. Thermite's this character who has lost a lot. I mean, he lost his mother. He lost his sister. He thought that he lost Aruni when she got blowed up along with him and didn't want to talk to her because he was worried that he ruined that relationship. Luckily, she comes along later to patch up the relationship, only for her to leave again with Nighthaven, along with Pulse, who ended up not only hurting him, but his friend Hibana. He also loses Harry. He thinks he's about to lose Ash because she's in a coma. The dude has lost a lot of stuff. He has suffered greatly. Now he has this leadership role that he didn't ask for, but is taking to. The guy's been through a lot. It's very difficult to be a leader in the first place. Now be a leader when you keep seeing friends and people you care about dying or walking away from you. That's rough, and Thermite has dealt with it in a very big way. He's a really cool operator. I wish I could say I was good with him, but as you can see from the footage, I most certainly am not, because I'm just not good in general. But what do you guys think of Thermite? Let me know down in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.